Yeah, so I'm ready to put my modified low voltage track light back together, and one of the problems is I had scavenged all the parts off of this to repair other lights, and one of the things I needed at one point was the little clip ring that goes in here. And you can take a paper clip. This was a large size. I tried a small paper clip and it just wasn't quite big enough. So what you need is you need something that you can wrap around like that, clip it in there, and you can spend some time and make it nice and perfectly round if you want. But that just keeps the bulb from falling out when it's upside down like that. A lot of these, the halogen MR16 bulbs, have a quartz cover that goes over the bulb because the halogen bulbs are actually open, so that keeps dust and dirt out. When you do the LED retrofit, you can get rid of that, and usually you have to because the LED bulbs are a little bit taller than the halogen bulbs, so you can't fit the crystal in there. So all I need to do is run my heat shrink on there, put this back in, and I'm ready to plug this into my track. Some of the wires are really stiff. They put high temperature wires in because these things are designed to run, 50 watt halogen bulbs would get really hot. There we go. That's what I needed to do, was just push. I got to make sure that contact is all the way down so that it picks up my circuit, because my track lighting is only a single circuit. But yeah, you can I don't know if there's 2 or 3 positions. I think there's just 2, like all the way up and all the way down. So you're, depending on what track light you have and how many circuits you have, you might need to check that. So I just looked at one of my other fixtures, and the hot lead is down there. These 2 are fixed, the neutral and ground connection. By default, I think this is the normal configuration. You can see the 2 pins are lined up with each other, and then the ground is in the upper position. If this were up here, it would pick up the same connection as the ground and nothing happens. But if you've got a multi-circuit track, I've never seen one, so I don't know how that works. They must be keyed somehow, because otherwise you could hook your positive over to your ground, which would be kind of a bad thing to do. So yeah, you kind of have to pay attention to these. That hot terminal can move around. So, okay, I got the light all cleaned up. I got the power head plugged back in there, and then I came up with these little stickers to put on all my lights to tell people that they are for 12 volt operation only. So I think that should be pretty self-explanatory. I also note that it's low voltage class 2 circuit, and then I've set the 5 amp fuse because the track itself was initially rated at 120 volts and 600 watts, which is 5 amps. So I figure on 12 volts I'll have to stick to that same 5 amps, which is 60 watts. I have under 40 watts of light, so I'm well under that, but I've got a 5 amp fuse on the circuit feeding the light. So I think I should be good to go. So tonight when it gets dark, I'll show you what these lights look like, and then we can check the current and power, see how that goes. So stay tuned for that video.